Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, wicked weather. Edmonton taking measures with temperatures expected to plummet. Case concluding, lawyers finish presenting evidence in a Beaumont murder trial. And a tasty tour, one man's mission to find Edmonton's best butter chicken.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
For the first time this season, the city has activated its extreme weather response. This response is meant to protect the vulnerable from the extreme cold. The Al Rashid Mosque will open its doors as an overnight shelter to provide more space. It has room for 50 people. The city is providing a third overnight shuttle bus to take people to shelters and other services. City facilities will also be open for people to warm up during the day. The city is asking people to call crisis diversion if they see someone out there who needs help.
You can contact that team, which is 24/7, by calling 211 and pressing 3, and that they will dispatch a team to help people go to where they need to go.
The city says it expects the extreme cold response to last until at least Friday. All right, let's check in with Josh now. Josh, it's expected to get really cold a little later on this week.
Yeah, I mean, that extreme weather response is going to be extended well past Friday. It's not until Thursday, Friday that it really drops into deep freeze territory. Temperatures tomorrow should be in the mid-minus teens, which is still cold, just not as cold as what's coming. It's minus 10 in Edmonton right now, light wind, minus 10 to minus 11s outside the city, and there as well, no significant wind chill. Minus 13 this morning, we got to minus 8 for a daytime high today, 3 degrees colder than average. This is probably the last time that we're in single digits, maybe until after Christmas. I mean, daytime highs are probably minus 11 or colder right through the next 2 weeks. Got some stormy weather north and south of the city. Snowfall warnings in effect across the northwest. You can see some snow here west of the Edmonton area as well. Some of that will drift through the Edmonton region before tonight's done. So late this evening, overnight tonight, get a little bit of snow, maybe at times some ice pellets mixed in there. But look at this, you've got a snowfall warning for Peace River, Slave Lake, Fort McMurray, 15 to 30 centimeters of snow expected there. Snowfall warning in through the mountain parks and along the Icefields Parkway, 15 or so centimeters of snow there. Wind warning in green, gusts to around 100 kilometers per hour, maybe even higher than that in some areas. And then this purple zone, this is a winter storm warning. Not so much for heavy snow. In fact, snow's probably not going to be a big feature in this. It is really warm across the south. Temperatures above 0, but that's going to change. And you have rain in the forecast. That will freeze over really quickly overnight tonight. So rain, freezing rain, and potentially some gusts to about 80 or 90 kilometers per hour. If you can stay off highways in through that area and that part of the province overnight tonight and early tomorrow, that's your best bet. Here in the city, minus 14 tomorrow morning, or minus 12 tomorrow morning, falling to minus 14 by lunchtime, and minus 15 by tomorrow afternoon as temperatures will be sliding right through the day. Take a closer look at that deep freeze for later this week in just a few minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. Lawyers have finished presenting evidence in a second-degree murder trial for a man from Beaumont accused of killing his common-law wife. CTV's Amanda Anderson reports.
It was day 4 of a jury trial for Kenneth Skelly, who's accused of killing his common-law wife and mother of their young son, 40-year-old Teresa Oberle. Oberle went missing in July 2023. Her body found nearly 2 weeks later near Whitecourt. The Crown called several witnesses last week, including police officers, trying to prove beyond a reasonable doubt Skelly killed Oberle with a breaker bar in the couple's garage.
Very, very hopeful. We are everything in our beings are hoping that second degree will stick.
Today, it was the defense's turn to present evidence. During opening remarks, Skelly's lawyer told the jury his client is not guilty of second-degree murder, but instead is guilty of the lesser charge of manslaughter. Before calling his first witness, he told the jury he was not calling evidence to suggest Oberle deserved what happened to her. His witness was an RCMP officer who went to Skelly's house after he made a domestic violence complaint against Oberle in February 2023. The court heard no charges were ever laid in that incident. The officer was asked about Oberle's demeanor that day, which the officer described as aggressive and angry, adding she was yelling at officers, while Skelly was quiet and calm. The defense decided not to call any more witnesses.
We're really happy that we didn't have to continue on our day with more defense testimony, because even the one this morning was really difficult. So we're very, very happy that we're where we're at, and now we have to put faith in our jurors.
Closing arguments will start first thing Wednesday morning. Then the justice will give the jury some final instructions before they begin deliberations. Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Wetaskiwin.
The death of a 19-year-old in northeast Edmonton this morning is considered suspicious. The Edmonton Police Service says officers found a man injured after responding to a call about a stabbing near 80th Street and 117th Avenue around 2 a.m. Despite providing first aid, he died. A 21-year-old man was later arrested near Jasper Avenue and 101st Street. Police are asking people in the Parkdale neighborhood to check their properties for any unusual items that may have been dropped and left behind. The province is warning people about another potential measles exposure in Edmonton. AHS says the person was on Air Canada flight AC-171 last Tuesday, December 2nd. They landed at EIA at 7:10 in the evening from Toronto. The province warns anyone at the baggage claim could have been exposed at about 9:45 that night. If you were on that flight or at the airport over that time period, AHS says you should watch for any measles symptoms. The Alberta Medical Association says it welcomes new federal rules that make it easier for international doctors to become permanent residents. Ottawa will create a new express entry category for international doctors with at least 1 year of Canadian work experience in an eligible occupation. The government will also reserve 5,000 federal admission spaces for provinces and territories to nominate licensed doctors with job offers. The AMA president says it's a good step, but there's still a lot to figure out.
It's up to the college to recognize credentials and look at exactly what types of practice these folks might be able to participate in. It's up to the provinces to then, assign billing numbers and then where these individuals might work and provide service to Canadians.
The Canadian Medical Association says around 13,000 internationally trained physicians are not currently working in their field. Elections Alberta has approved an application for a citizens' petition on coal mining in the eastern slopes of the Rocky Mountains. Musician and rancher Corb Lund submitted the question last month. It asked the government of Alberta to prohibit any new coal mining activities within the eastern slopes. Lund says he's been fighting against any mining activities in the area for the last 5 years. He has 7 days to appoint a chief financial officer. Lund's petition would need 177,000 signatures in order to proceed. You can now ride Edmonton Transit with the tap of a debit or credit card. Edmonton and Regional Transit marked the final step today in the transition away from paper tickets. In addition to the ARC card, riders can now simply tap their debit or credit cards to pay their fare. A public transit advocate says the option makes transit easier to ride for everyone.
It breaks down barriers for new and occasional users who may have had trouble using our system or understanding our fare payment system before, who can now very easily get on a train or bus, and it adds flexibility and security for regular riders of our transit system.
Riders using debit or credit are eligible for daily and monthly fare caps as long as you use the same form of payment when you ride. The Edmonton Elks have started a program giving young football players the chance to train with the team for an entire season. For one family, it's an opportunity for their son to make his dream come true. CTV's Connor Hogg has more.
Players have come from far and wide, all across the province, to be part of the Edmonton Elks Selects training program. 15-year-old Shea Barland is one of the players who's come the furthest.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. I just find football really important to me, and it basically defines who I am.
Barland worked all summer to save up so he could hit the field at Commonwealth Rec Center.
Seeking sponsorships, donations, working odd jobs just to come up with the money to afford the trips and travel. So I feel like if he's going to put the effort in try so hard that I said I could match that.
The Barlands drove hours from near Grand Prairie, Alberta to be here. The Edmonton Elks say that passion for the game is the reason the Selects program was created.
Getting kids opportunities to get professional coaching and figure out what it takes to play football at the next level, from fundamentals to schemes, installs, all that good stuff. But then teaching them off the field too, like academically what they need to do to play at the next level.
The 14U and varsity players selected during this tryout process will get access to elite coaching, studies, financial aid, mentorship, and play in tournaments in Saskatchewan and Mexico, all to get them ready to play professionally.
I once was that kid, looking up to the local college athletes or professional athletes in town. So to have the opportunity to bring them in here to our house and give them that kind of coaching and teaching is special for them, but it's also special for us. This is my first year playing O-line, and I'm so motivated because of all the support the Elks have given me and all the help and the coaching.
I'm pretty proud of him. I'm not sure I could have done it. To watch him do it and follow that dream is amazing.
Teaching a number of lessons, including that hard work can pay off. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
The Edmonton Oilers are rolling, racking up wins in a way not seen since last season. The Oilers have won 4 of their last 6 games. Their most recent win came Saturday against the Winnipeg Jets. The Oilers' poor start had fans worried, while the players were confident they'd bounce back. They're relieved the team has found its game.
Confidence is a real thing, and when you don't have it, the game gets pretty tough. So the group feels pretty confident right now. Guys, as individuals, are starting to play a little bit better, starting to see some results, and feeling good about themselves, as you said.
The Oilers had similar slumps to start each of the last 2 seasons before ultimately making the Stanley Cup final both times. The Buffalo Sabres visit Rogers Place tomorrow night. Coming up next on CTV News, a special stop at the Stollery. Santa swaps his sleigh for an Air Force helicopter.
Merry Christmas! Hello!
Help us build a mountain of toys. Donate today at ctvedmonton.ca.
Tuesday on your morning, this can be a tricky time of year for those with trauma in their past, how to keep regulated and avoid falling back into addiction, plus how to avoid being scammed or robbed over the holidays.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
With holiday shopping in full swing, some Edmontonians are skipping the wrapping paper in favor of something more memorable. CTV's Sasha Petramala has more on a different form of generosity, moments rather than material goods.
It isn't a typical holiday scene over at On Kitchen.
We can't keep up with the demand, which is a good problem to have.
Whether it's mastering the art of a perfect sandwich, fresh pasta, or seafood, learning and eating together is their gift this holiday season.
People come together, they're disconnected from the outside world, but they're connected with new people in this space when they're cooking and eating together.
The Edmonton Culinary School has seen an uptick in bookings over the last few weeks, similar to workshops at Zocalo. The downtown shop offers classes in planting and flower arrangements.
It's easy to isolate, right? And it's harder to get out there and do stuff. And I think the nice thing about classes is they are a small commitment.
According to the JLL Canada Retail Holiday Survey, shoppers plan on spending nearly $1,500 during the holiday season. Experiences now account for 39% of holiday budgets, up 17% from last year on things like going out, entertainment, and activities. 60% of shoppers plan to buy in person.
Local businesses are the heart of our community. They make our main streets vibrant. They're our neighbors. They're people within the community. They give us a reason to go out and do things.
Some business owners say making memories for others during the holiday season is its own reward.
I feel grateful every single day to do what I do, and it's bringing people together around a table and around food, because food is connection.
It's delicious though. Sasha Petramala, CTV News, Edmonton.
Santa made an early stop at the Stollery this morning on a Griffin helicopter.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas! Ho, ho, ho! Hello, everyone!
Santa arrived thanks to the Canadian Air Force's 408 Tactical Squadron. The big guy is meeting kids and parents at the Stollery Children's Hospital, bringing Christmas magic to the little ones inside.
When you have to be in the hospital at Christmas, it loses its magic. So having days like this really means so much to children and families.
As he waved goodbye, Santa said the helicopter ride helped keep his reindeer well rested ahead of Christmas and Christmas Eve. Still to come tonight on CTV News, hanging up the mitts, why you may find knitted hats and gloves draped around Edmonton.
When they're gone, they're gone. We don't know what happens with them.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
It's just maybe the winter I have to go out there and get one of those remote car starters, and it sounds like this is the week to do it because it's about to get really cold.
Yeah, this will be a lengthy deep freeze, not just cold this week, but probably next week as well. Take a look at your 10-day temperature trend. Tomorrow and Wednesday, afternoon temperatures in the mid-minus teens. Then you get a string of days where your daytime highs are in the minus 20s. Now, there are some models, the Euro and one of the American models, that have temperatures a lot warmer early next week. I'm skeptical. I don't think that's going to happen. I think we moderate. We get back into the minus teens and out of the coldest air by early next week. I don't think we're getting back into single-digit daytime highs, and certainly nowhere even close to the average high of -5 anytime soon. It might be after Christmas that we see temperatures finally start to warm up again. Action Furnace River Valley Skycam is brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed rider, it's free. -10 under cloudy skies right now. It's -21 already in Fort McMurray, -22 in Peace River. But look to the south, 3s in Red Deer. Calgary, it was 7 degrees this afternoon in Calgary. Jasper's at 3 degrees, and so that's going to be a problem because it's not only warm at the surface for now, but it's warm in the mid and upper levels as well with this upper ridge, and so it's rain. And once temperatures start to drop, that will freeze really quickly. We'll see some flash freezing. You can see in the green zone there, already seeing some rain further north. We've got some snow, snowfall warning. Peace River, Slave Lake, across to Fort McMurray, and then you have this snowfall warning as well. This is about 15 to 30 across the north, and closer to 10 to 15 in through the mountain parks. And then from Red Deer off to the southeast, you have the winter storm warning for that risk of rain, freezing rain, gusty wind, and the potential for some really rapid freezing on surfaces again. If you don't have to be on highways overnight tonight or early tomorrow morning in that area, that would be the best bet. Let's play this through. You can see that rain from Edmonton north. I mean, there's a chance we maybe see a few ice pellets, but for the most part, this is going to be snow, and I think no more than maybe 2 to 4 centimeters. All the heavy snow stays to the north of us. It's pretty much gone by overnight tonight or early tomorrow morning. Still some rain, though, coming down along the Trans-Canada Highway overnight, and so that could be some freezing rain. This little bit of flurry activity pushes through at times tomorrow. You may see a couple occasional flurries, but no real heavy snow through the day tomorrow. In fact, I think Wednesday night into early Thursday morning is our next potential for some really significant snowfall. Overnight tonight, it's again kind of like what we've seen the past few days, just a couple centimeters worth. -22 in Fort McMurray tomorrow morning, -10, -12 range, Edmonton and Red Deer. Daytime highs around -19 in Fort McMurray. You're in the -20s tomorrow afternoon across the northwest. About -14 in Edson, but back up above 0 in Jasper, 2 degrees. Red Deer's at -13. You're in the mid-minus teens by tomorrow afternoon in Lloydminster as temperatures are falling, and temperatures are falling here in the city all day tomorrow. -11 range overnight tonight, -15 to 17 by mid to late afternoon tomorrow, and it gets even colder after that. There's that chance of snow Wednesday night, potentially some heavier snow, ushering in the big cool down. And starting Thursday, Friday, and into the weekend, mornings are going to be close to -30 and daytime highs in the -20s.
Oh boy. Josh, thank you. A group of knitters line their creations along fences around the city for people in need. Chase the Chill is organized within circles of knitting and crocheting enthusiasts. The group works throughout the year, creating hats, mittens, and scarves. They then hang their warm winter items up on fences around the city where people can grab them if needed. The project was organized by Brenda Ranson and her husband. The pair and a team of volunteers have done this on the first Saturday of December for the past 13 years.
There are few people every year that come by while we're hanging them. One year we did get some tags returned with thank yous on it, but when they're gone, they're gone. We don't know what happens with them. There's 750 people in our group, and probably about 150 actually do the knitting or crocheting. It's pretty amazing.
The group usually goes to places like Jasper Place or Norwood, where their work is often scooped up by the end of the week. This year, they made around 1,500 pieces of warm winter clothing. When we return, a 2-year odyssey comes to an end with the crowning of the best butter chicken in Edmonton.
She's really celebrating her culture and really celebrating her motherland.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Help us build a mountain of toys. Donate today at ctvedmonton.ca.
A man in Edmonton has just completed a long and arduous journey across the city. His mission was to taste and review 50 different butter chicken dishes. CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti has more.
4 years ago, Harjap Datta received the best birthday gift from her son, opening their restaurant, Kashmiri Delight.
I'm born from Kashmir, and we grew up by eating these kinds of flavorful food.
It's the only Indian Kashmir restaurant in the city. She creates the recipes herself so that each bite has intention and flavor.
So she's really celebrating her culture and really celebrating her motherland and just the cooking that she grew up with.
Whenever we cook some, we have to just put our love in the cooking. Yeah, that was what my mom was doing, and I'm trying to do the same thing here.
That passion is one of the reasons food writer Ramnik Singh considers her butter chicken dishes one of the best in Edmonton, bone-in and full of spice.
I discovered this one, and it just blew my mind. I brought my wife here, and I'm like, this is what I've been looking for all this time. And it was towards the end of the odyssey.
Singh began his butter chicken odyssey nearly 2 years ago, sampling 50 butter chicken dishes in the city. Last year, chutney and masala tree were at the top of his list. His mission to find the best butter chicken also brought him to Zaika Bistro in South Edmonton.
We cook our chicken in the tandoor. A lot of places don't do that, and I find that makes it just much tastier.
Ashu Danju grew up in the restaurant world and opened up her own in 2009.
We wanted to make it modern, ultra sleek, and just very inviting. We felt like Edmonton needed something different in terms of Indian restaurants.
On Tuesdays, you can order this dish, an extra spicy bone-in dark meat butter chicken, Singh's favorite.
I really wanted to introduce authenticity back and reclaim butter chicken because I think that the Western world kind of polluted it, stripped it of its mystique and its roots.
While the delicious journey has come to an end, his taste buds are always ready for more.
I'm sick of bad butter chicken, but not good butter chicken.
Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
That's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.